What's going on, everybody? Spunky Nice 91 coming guys with another video. So it's just been announced the Eagles have agreed to terms with former Washington Redskins, Washington football team defensive tackle Ryan Kerrigan. Eagle fans, of course, we know Ryan Kerrigan very well. This guy for the last decade has been a nuisance for the Eagles when the Eagles played the Washington football team. Ryan Kerrigan, like I said, agreed to a one-year deal. He's a four-time Pro Bowler. He's 32 years old, has 454 tackles, 95.5 sacks, 25 pass deflections, 3 interceptions, 26 forced fumbles, 4 fumble recoveries, and 3 touchdowns for his NFL career. If this was 2016, I would be absolutely jumping for joy and pumped about this signing, because Ryan Kerrigan was an absolute beast in his prime. This guy definitely was a problem for the Eagles and used to wreak havoc for the Eagles, you know, during his prime with the Washington football team. I have very mixed feelings about this signing, because my question is, what exactly does Ryan Kerrigan at this point in his career, this stage of his career, what exactly does he have left in the tank? Ryan Kerrigan is apparently pretty excited to come play for the Eagles. He immediately went to Twitter at the sign with the Eagles. He said that, I know I probably wasn't your favorite player over the past decade, but at Philadelphia Eagle fans, I'm fired up to be playing for you guys. Fly, Eagle, fly. That's what he just posted on Twitter, so he's obviously very happy to be joining the Eagles. But like I said, man, my question is, what exactly at this stage of his career, when he has a decade of NFL knowledge on him, you know, my question is, what exactly does Ryan Kerrigan still have left of the tank? Like I said, when this guy was in his prime, man, he was one of those guys that I absolutely hated to go against. The guy was absolutely a nightmare, you know, for our offensive line to keep under control. So this guy was an absolute nuisance. Like I said, if this was 2015, I would be jumping for joy. I'm gonna view this signing basically like when we signed Chris Long back in 2017. That's the way I'm gonna treat this signing. It's a veteran at the end of his career, approaching the end of his career, that's gonna come in and be kind of a rotational piece, and help when it comes to develop the younger guys on the defensive line. That's the way I'm gonna treat this move. Ryan Kerrigan is very versatile. He can also play linebacker, which is a position that the Eagles, you know, is one of our weakest spots on defense. So they could actually put him back and have him play linebacker if they choose to. But like I said, I'm gonna treat it basically like how we, you know, when we signed Chris Long back in 2017. He came off his Super Bowl win with the Patriots. Came to the Eagles, obviously won a Super Bowl with us, but he was at that stage of his career, he was a rotational piece that came in and rotated on the field, and he was a pretty solid player for us. That's my hope for Ryan Kerrigan. I'm not coming to this game with the expectation that we're gonna get 2016, 2017 Ryan Kerrigan. I'm coming to the season. I'm coming to this season with the expectation that he's gonna be a rotational guy, a guy that's gonna come in and get a handful of snaps every game. Could maybe contribute a little bit and help us out a little bit, but I'm not expecting Ryan Kerrigan in his prime come to the Eagles in his 10th NFL season. So yeah, man, this guy used to absolutely wreak havoc on the Eagles for many years. He was definitely a pain in our backside for many years. I will say it feels much better to have him on our side now versus going against him. You know, even though he's not in his prime anymore, the guy was still a player that you had to respect on that field. You had to make sure he was accounted for at all times, because the guy was still disruptive. So, like I said, I'm not expecting this to be a big game changer, franchise changing move, but we'll see what Ryan Kerrigan could do. You know, he was released by the Washington football team, and like I said, immediately signed a one-year contract with the Eagles. For his NFL career, 454 tackles, 95.5 sacks, 25 pass deflections, 3 interceptions, 26 forced fumbles, 4 fumble recoveries, 3 touchdowns. And like I said, he immediately took to Twitter after signing with the Eagles, and just stating how excited he is to play for the Eagles. So he comes with that energy. I'm perfectly fine with that. You know, versatile player who, like I said, can play linebacker if the Eagles choose to drop him back to play linebacker. But like I said, I'm going to treat you like the Chris Long signing back in 2016. Here you have an older guy, a veteran guy who was approaching the end of his career, come in and play a handful of snaps every game, rotate in. And, you know, maybe he could definitely contribute like Chris Long did for us as well. But anyway, man, you know, that's the news right there. Eagles signed former Washington Redskins / Washington football team defensive end Ryan Kerrigan, a guy that used to wreak havoc on, you know, they used to be a nuisance for the Eagles for many years. He is now part of the Philadelphia Eagles. Welcome to Philadelphia, Ryan Kerrigan. Let's get to work. When any more breaking news come out, of course, you guys know I'll be here to report to you guys. But until then, as always, go Birds. Welcome to Philadelphia again, Ryan Kerrigan. Fly, Eagle, fly. Peace.